If you don't park over the line, there's no joke. There's no joke, Jerry.
And
Jerry.
no show.
I'm just a social mess. Most things I say are, it's not even offensive. It's just like, I'd rather not. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the biggest shows ever. And it's definitely one of the biggest shows in the world right now, if not like the biggest.
I'm pretty friendly with him. I mean, I'm not going to say we're BFFs, but
that's kind of cool.
You know, yeah, I'm kind of a fan. I see him on stuff, and then I ran across him. We wound up doing a commercial during COVID, right before COVID. Mm-hmm. So I definitely got to see if he remembers that. And we all mostly know him from Fleabag and Stranger Things, of course. That's smash.
One of the biggest hits in the world. Yeah, Stranger Things. He's been on the last 4 seasons. And I think the new season's coming out this fall.
Yeah.
So we'll ask him.
So we got a lot of stuff with him. He's a super cool, chill dude. And I make fun of him a little bit, but I always do when I see him. Mm-hmm. But he's a real good guy, good sport. He's on TikTok a lot. And surprisingly, does some really I don't know if it's out of character or in character stuff, but it's pretty interesting. And he's got a lot of followers over there.
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, he's a good dude, and let's hear from him. Here he is. Brett, you there?
All right, our guest today is Brett Gelman.
From Gelman's Mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm. From Gilbert, are you ready for this? Gilbert's over there. He doesn't understand what we're going to do. Gelman, Regis.
I mean, I really, but in all seriousness and through all that stress, I'm so excited to meet you, Dana, and see you, David, and be on here.
So, Dana, this is Brett, who's a, business acquaintance of mine.
Yeah.
We could say that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that we were flirting with friendship.
Yeah.
And I think we should go back to that.
We could start over. Dana's too tough, but I am available for friendship. And Dana's far away. He lives too far.
I'm quasi-agoraphobic, antisocial. Picked a weird career. But yeah, do you ever go through that phase where you meet someone at a club or whatever and you're really connecting? This is dude stuff, not women. And you're like, I'll take your number. And then you even text a few more times. And God, this guy's really funny and smart. And you're having fun. And then it just stops one day. And then that's it.
Yeah, no, it happens all the time.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
I think though, that meeting point is real. I think you're excited. Mm-hmm. And then I think life and the insanity of our own brains or neurosis starts to take over. And if it doesn't take that next step soon enough, it can go in the toilet.
It's more out of sight, out of mind. I think just logistically, Brent and I did I said Brent. That's another one you
say
get.
Brent? That's all. That happens to me all the time.
That has to happen to you.
That's a give up name. That's the name where at a certain point I don't correct it. I'm Brent. Fuck it. Yeah.
We did. Didn't we do a T-Mobile commercial, or am I crazy?
Yeah, we did a T-Mobile commercial right before the pandemic.
Fucking COVID. I think we were one of the last things I did that was still, I think there was even whispers are we still going to shoot this? Yeah. We did it, I think maybe February before March was the bad 2020 situation. And it was Brett and I was it? We were at the, not the DMV, no, unemployment office.
Yeah. And you were an unemployment agent. And I was in looking for jobs, and then COVID happened.
Right. So what I heard was, we do this commercial, which was going to be on during the Final Four for March Madness. And it was a big commercial, maybe even 90 seconds, not just a minute. It was a long one. Yeah. And so Brad, who I didn't know well or know at all, I just knew of seeing him and stuff, knew he was funny, but then we had a blast. So we do the commercial. It's funny. Roughly, I don't know if I saw rough cut, but I like the director. I like the whole thing about it. I was T-Mobile. It was all good, and then
Yeah.
then COVID hit, so they said we're going to push it because the Final Four. I don't know if it's going to happen, and they started canceling basketball. Anyway, slowly eroding, and then like a month later, they go, "We're just going to hold it right now because America's not ready for comedy." And I was like, I don't know if this is Saturday Night Live. It's a 90-second commercial, but okay.
Right.
So then I heard they held it more. And they said, oh, now we can't air it because we realize it's an unemployment setting and people are losing their jobs right now and no one's working. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even get that part. I was like, oh, I guess it is. And then later they go, we're going to air it. And it was aired as a 15-second Instagram commercial.
Yeah.
So it was cut down to the nub.
I mean, for a commercial, it was really good. We were funny together.
I loved it. I mean, 15, we could have, we got every drop out of that 15 seconds.
Is there any way we could find that and show it right now?
I mean, we should because America.
If you can, Greg. If not, don't worry about it. Here's my question. One is, I could see you're on a set and you see another person with a kindred spirit, comedian, funny. And then you're just being comedians being really honest. You know, I have diarrhea, whatever it is. And then do you kind of tell each other or wink at each other, what are you getting paid to do this commercial? Did you tell each other that?
No, because I knew that David was probably getting paid way more than I was, and he probably knew that too.
Well,
right?
We don't bring up such things on sets. I didn't bring it up during Grown Ups, that's for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I was like, Adam, this is all favored nations, right?
Right. Wait, do you bring that up, Dana, when you're on set? Do you find out what?
Oh, I don't know. I'm you know, it's almost like a taboo. It's like a word you shouldn't say, but like celebrity net worth is something I check once in a while. I don't take it seriously, but you know, the monetary aspect of the magic of show business, the way people perceive it, is kind of interesting, and how it ebbs and flows. And where you were in 2020, you were you'd broken through. You became a star. So I just thought maybe it'd be fairly close, but I can't tell. David would be the veteran in that scenario.
That was the bummers that Brett was doing great, and he's very funny, and we did a funny commercial, and it's sad because I go, he and I in a commercial, this would have been a good one, I thought. Yeah. So I was sad to see it go. Sometimes I shoot stuff and it goes away and I go, okay, it was just kind of work.
But that was fun. Jody Hill directed it.
Oh, was that? That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like from, the whole Danny McBride, David Gordon Green crew, co-creator of all those shows. Mm-hmm. So he was great, but he also just was very loose and cool and let us do our thing too. And we
I had cool glasses on too. I wanted to get those glasses and
these glasses.
Well, we'll have to get the band back together. Not those. You look cool in glasses though. You got a kind of a cool vibe going.
Thanks. Likewise. I work at it. It's one of the things I work at.
Vibes are, you can change your vibe.
I had
you can make vibes better.
You can change.
I had a shirt like that once, but then my mom got a job. But
Jesus, crowd work.
That was from
really big. I won't say the label. It's like kind of a. No, it's a fancy label.
Jason Kelce kind of look.
It's very oversized stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't mind it though.
It's very tent-like.
It's expensive, I think.
So
very expensive. No, I dumped so much money into this shirt. It was crazy.
That was your big investment?
It is an investment. No, you take out, it appreciates over time.
I know right now, and this sounds like a weird thing, but they are doing, I saw a guy listen, it's no bullshit. It was on TikTok. And he was taking out clothes on layaway, but really blingy, expensive, not necessities, like check this shit out. And he had all this stuff. But clothes on layaway has been a while since I've heard that. I could see if you're stuck, but this guy wasn't stuck. He's just like, I'm going to blow this shit up with this outfit. And I thought, whoa, now you're getting in debt with clothes. That's tough.
That is tough. No, I mean.
Not the right call, I don't think.
No, that's like an ad. There's always that ad when you buy an expensive article of clothing. There's always that stress that I don't think ever leaves you. We were like, oh man, did I just is this just so stupid and irresponsible that I just bought this article of clothing But the added stress of putting that on layaway.
Yeah. The thing about clothes, like if I have obviously nice clothing, obviously Dana has, and if I get so excited, let's say about a shirt, let's just say a shirt, then
or 300 shirts,
and I bring it home and I keep it on the hanger and I'm all excited. I'm not going to wear it here. I'll wear it here. Do all that rigmarole. Then I find out like a year and a half later, I'm in a clothing store trying on a new shirt I like. And the one I liked is stuffed on the floor I'm like, who gives a shit about this? Look at this new shirt. And I'm like, oh, this is the same feeling I had about that one. But now that one's run through the ringer and we've lost something. We've lost some of the love for it.
Yeah. You got to get rid of stuff. You got to get rid of stuff. You got to clean out the closet. I mean, of course you have those choice things that you keep forever, but then certain things you got to be like, once you start seeing it's too much through the ringer. No, you got to get rid of it. Or
when you lose your love, I do agree with that woman that holds up and goes, "You still?" What does she say? She goes, "Spark joy." She holds it up. Does this spark joy in you? You feel it, and you go, "I really like this. Good memories. Keep it." This one, dead air. Nope, out.
This is nothing. I'm holding on to this. Clothes are like people. Like you can have an unneeded obligation with an article of clothing that is being micro corrosive to your psyche. Absolutely. Heavy duty. I think about this way too much.
Yeah, I'm going to think about it from now on. Yeah.
Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should have it. I once bought a jacket, I think at Barney's, for $1,000, and I could have got the same thing at Target for $88. I mean, literally the same. And for years, I referred to it as the $1,000 jacket. I felt ashamed of it. I eventually threw it out in anger. But there is kind of a disease when you first get a little extra money. And I would ask you, you kind of buy. Did you have a very silly purchase? Did you get a Porsche? Did you have any when you first got extra?
No, I don't think so. I'm always afraid that everything is a silly purchase. You know,
that's smart.
I definitely have again like splurged on clothing where I'm just like, ooh, that's not good. One silly purchase was I found out it wasn't like a purchase. This guy that I knew, he had a GoFundMe, and it was for his dog. And what I thought it said is like, my dog needs surgery or it's going to die. I thought it was like the dog needs surgery. So I was like, I'm going to put I had just gotten a big paycheck. I think I'm like, I'm going to put a good amount of money into this dog's surgery to save this dog. I love dogs. But then after I found out the dog had already had surgery and he just needed money. Because he had paid for his dog's surgery.
Oh, I see.
Which is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
And this guy wasn't that good of a friend. Now I might even consider him an enemy in a way. I really don't like him anymore.
It's heading that way.
Yeah.
You know what he should have put? He should have called it a GoFundMe, and then I just want to have fun.
Yeah. But I think that's great. Yeah, no, I mean
that's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Yeah, that's funny.
It totally
really is. The dog was already fine. The dog was healed.
No,
he took my money.
If it was a Curb episode, I'd go up to him. I'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, I thought your dog needed the surgery.
Yes,
I thought your dog needed the surgery.
Right.
I'd like my money back. I'd ask for the money back.
And he would go, I got the surgery, so it's your money. I put it in the surgery, so I'm filling that hole back. So it's basically the surgery money. And then
the guy would be mad. The guy would be mad that you're asking for it back. What do you want the money back for? You know?
Right.
Yeah. That's my best Larry David.
And then I love it.
So Dana, I'm a 5-hour energy guy. I golf too. So there's a 5-hour energy golf unofficial cocktail. They call it Transfusion.
Right.
And, it's got like grape, lime, and ginger. It's got caffeine, probably as much as a premium cup of coffee, but no sugar.
Mhm.
I don't like sugar. I try not to eat sugar.
Sugar makes you go up, and then you go. So you want to keep even. That's what
Makes you go beep, then it makes you go bop.
that makes you go.
Then it makes you go, oh, oh.
It makes you go. Oh.
And I go, oh, oh.
So I stay away
Exactly.
from sugar is our point. But that's not 5-hour energy transfusion has
Yeah,
all
they're little too.
Yeah.
You can carry them around.
Mhm.
You know, you can either go to 5hourenergy.com with the number 5hourenergy.com, but I get them. They sell them a lot of places. You can always just grab them. And
It's got a lot of B vitamins,
yeah,
amino acids, nutrients, keep you alert and energized. Because I've been around you where like we're out to dinner or at lunch and it's 1 o'clock. And here you get your entree and this is you.
oh. No, I look at you and I'm like, this guy has no amino acids in his body. I can tell.
I look at you and this is like this. I just in my head I see this guy.
Let me see. I gotta look at you again. Okay.
So
I
that's
couldn't
when I
see you
think
before.
5-hour energy.
Yeah, this guy needs some 500.
No, this was you at the luncheon.
Don't do it again. Let me see. I have to cut back. Anyway, get your buddies, tee off with some energy. 5-hour energy transfusion is available online or in stores. Head to www. Remember that? 5hourenergy.com to order yours today. Didn't you do Curb? What did you do on Curb?
You did.
Yeah,
you did
I did a short thing on Curb where I was the pig Parker, and the whole bit, it was a scene where I parked slightly over the line, and he got really mad at me for that. But it was sort of like
Love it.
my experience on it was like kind of like a Curb episode. Because at first he thought I was like a total moron.
Yeah.
Because in the rehearsal, it was a huge car. I couldn't see over the hood, so I couldn't see the lines. So I park, and I see him walking towards the car, and he's shaking his head. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Dream come true, you know? I'm like doing this with one of my heroes. And then he's like walking, she's like, no. You see, you parked perfectly in the space. And I look and I'm like, oh no. And he's like, see, the whole thing is you park a little outside of the space.
Pig Parker, yeah.
And then that affects everybody else who parks, and that's why I get mad at you. I'm like, no, I promise I'm not stupid.
No, you knew that. I like he restates the whole thing that you thought you didn't get at all.
You thought you didn't get the joke.
He thought, because I didn't audition, so you thought I was just some stupid, annoying actor that didn't understand comedy at all.
It is exactly a Curb episode for him to walk up, then he's explaining the show to you, and you're like, no, I know. I just can't see.
If you don't park over the line, there's no joke. There's no joke, Jerry. Jerry.
No show.
And then I had this then like after the first take, you know, I mean, he's laughing. So you're immediately put at ease because you're like, oh my God, he's loving it. And then we do like 2 takes. The second take goes even better. And we're laughing together. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm sharing a laugh with him right now. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's so crazy. It's like we're literally arguing about nothing. And it's like nothing was written, coming like a cartoon, like coming out of my mouth. And I was trying to grab it before it reached his ears. Because I was just like, that's the stupidest, cheesiest fucking thing I could say right now.
Yeah.
And he looks at me, he goes, yeah. Stops laughing, and he's like, yeah, it's pretty much the basis of my whole career.
Yeah.
And
nothing.
Like,
this wasn't clever. This was just nothing.
That's why Larry, who's so sweet, we had him on this show, and but he's kind of intimidating because his whole comic genius is seen through everybody and everything into the minutia of what's really happening. So it kind of can get in your head a little bit sometimes.
Absolutely. No, and my whole thing is I am a person to constantly be seen through. I'm just a social mess. Most things I say are it's not even offensive. It's just like, oh, I'd rather not. I feel like
Oh, text regret is big. I mean, text regret in the moment, I'm sending it. And then you look back and you go, holy shit, that comes off so terrible. Yeah.
Oh, text regret every single day. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate texting so much. I really do love talking on the phone. Texting gives me so much anxiety. And I mostly text because people don't want to talk on the phone, as we know.
Mm-hmm. Brett, have you ever gotten to the thing where you are texting? First of all, I can't spell that well, so I do voice notes. But if you're texting and you're going back and forth with someone, it's funny and you're just laughing, and you spell two things wrong, and you've got to go back. And I'm like, I'm not as quick now because they think I'm thinking of this joke this whole time. And so and then I see them starting to talk again. I'm like, no, I'm just fixing the joke. And I send it. They're like, oh yeah, that's funny now, but it would have been funny 30 seconds ago.
Right.
I'm
It's
like,
terrible.
Yeah, it's
terrible.
horrible. It's too much stress.
And the ghosty thing means they're reading your last text, right? So makes it more urgent. Holy shit.
That means they're starting to type. No, they're typing.
Yeah. Oh, that's
the dots. The dots, they're fucking on your ass. They're coming for you.
I know. And they're so fast.
Yeah.
It's really not good for taking each other in and listening. I mean, I know this is a cliche thing to say. It's been said millions of times for the last, 10 years. Mm-hmm. But it's not good for communication. That's why, I love your voice notes. I think that's a better way. That's fun.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Dana gets too much. He gets deluged with them. I got him on them now too.
I know. I missed them. I was getting them. Was I not replying enough? Was that the thing?
No, you were good. I think our problem with our dating was you were geographically far from me, and it was hard to coordinate a dinner or something.
In Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll come to you.
Were you Echo Park or something?
Yeah.
And then it was also COVID, so it was hard to. Yeah. I mean, I think you can tell I have medium to a lot of germs, and I think that threw you a little bit.
Maybe you were
maybe
giving.
Brett, let me ask you this: based on you being feeling like you're a social mess, besides the tragedy of COVID, was there anything about the quietness of the pandemic that calmed your brain down? Because just curious. Just when show business shut down, everything shut down, and you just got to stop.
In the beginning, it was that thing of you ever get you get the flu or you get a really bad cold, and there's almost something that's a relief about it. You're like, oh my God, I don't have to do anything. I can just it gives you the excuse to just fuck.
Yeah, no one expects anything either.
Yeah, you're I can take this time. And that's what COVID was at times at first. It was also is the world ending? This is terrifying. Mm-hmm. But at first it was okay, yeah, it was just me and my now wife and our dogs. And it was calming, but then it became isolating. I mean, you say you're an agoraphobe, Dana.
Mm-hmm.
Is that calming to you to be alone sometimes? Does it go between calming and isolating?
No, I just calming, really. There's so much stimulus, World War II documentaries on YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's really interesting. I watch.
Calming.
I like that. But I would just say I'm an introverted extrovert on some scale. Wouldn't say it's dramatic, but when I go out there in a social situation, I lose energy after a time and want to get quiet. And other people get energy from parties and things like that, because when I do stand up, it's so extroverted, so much energy that it sort of makes me tired, but I do love it. So,
yeah, I think when I'm extroverted and being really extroverted and it goes well, I do a performance or I have a day on set that goes well, or even I go to a party and I do social, I have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have more energy and I actually have to come down from it.
That's probably true too.
Yeah. I have a lot of energy. I have an annoying amount of energy.
When you're shooting and you're giving it 70%, are you tired?
Yes. Yes.
Did you work with Swartzen? What did you do on Pretend Time? What did you do there? We'll get to your other stuff. Stranger Things.
Right.
I know you're going, why aren't you asking me what the fans are begging for?
The season premiere of
Oh my
season
God.
5. The date is just, it's all over the web.
It's wild. It's wild.
Stranger
What a
Things
flap.
scared me.
The show itself, or like the idea?
Yeah, I was watching it the first season, and I was like, "Is this a scary show?" I thought there was kids in it. I thought it was like ET or something.
Yeah, I know. It's like it is really scary. I mean, my mother took a while to watch it, and I was like, "No, you should watch it." She's like, "Is it scary though?" I was like, "It's not that scary. It's not that scary." And then, like a couple days later, she called me at like 3 a.m. and like left a voicemail. I missed her call, and she's like, "Brett, it's 3 a.m. here. I'm watching the show. You said this was not that scary, Brett. This show is very scary, but I can't stop watching it."
Yeah, it's well done. That's the thing.
I mean, those kids like get the shit beat out of them sometimes by demons. Demons.
Yeah.
A demon will just like boom to like a little girl. It's like very intensely violent, but like I think it's got to be in order to have integrity, I think.
Have you ever met Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
I don't know how sets work. I don't know how it works over there.
No. I mean, I guess it could have worked out where I didn't. Like I haven't had like. I've had like not even like a scene with her necessarily. But no, I've met her. Yeah, I know Mel.
And those 3 dudes are the 4. How many? There's 4 dudes, 3 dudes.
There's 4 guys, 4 main guys.
I think I ran into them all at something, and they were all pretty cool. I like them.
They're all really cool. Those kids do have their a good heads on their shoulders. Absolutely.
Very tough. It's such a monster hit that it's probably, you're at least somewhat in the business for a while where you can kind of have highs and lows, and you probably, I'm guessing, just appreciate it. And it's harder to keep your feet on the ground when it's the first thing you do is like so big.
Yeah. I think like it always seems to me when I'm like talking to them is that they're either naturally that way or they've worked at making sure they stay grounded and they have people around them that keep them grounded. And they like the thing is like, I think too, it was kind of like their school, I think. I know I'm speaking for them, but I think they helped keep each other grounded because they were in this,
Yeah, they're all about the same age. They're all kind of hanging out. And the outside world is, but to leave that, I always compared like Friends is like when your first thing works so well, it's really hard to have everything stay in balls in the air the rest of your showbiz, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because like for me, the show's a real high after some other highs, but mostly lows. And also, we all have things that we loved that we really believed in and meant a lot to us that didn't do well. So you go through that too, and you learn. Well, not every, and then we were all in things that maybe did well that we didn't really dig that much. So we've had like that all those colors of experiences where we can stay right in that like.
And to keep your confidence level just throughout it all, like you're still good at it or you're still a good person. It's just, and people look at you differently and then they pay attention and they don't pay. That's for younger. I mean, as an adult, it's hard. So if you're younger,
I know.
Showbiz.
And you're already dealing with like that type of shit as a kid or as a teenager. That's just so socially crazy. Yeah. Then you add on showbiz.
How many followers you have? How many? Who's more famous on the set? Blech. Gross. I mean, it's sickening.
I know.
It's tough.
It's
showbiz.
crazy.
Dana says it's rough out there.
Well, I just call it an emotionally violent sport.
No, it's fucking really rough. It's really
so true.
It's crazy.
Well,
we all do it.
I think I don't want to interrupt. Sorry, but I mean, you did so much before this. I watched researching. With Adult Swim and Comedy Central and shows. You did something with Chris Elliott and all this stuff. And you're doing well, but nothing is popping. And then you get this thing, which I guess is the biggest show by numbers or in the last 8 years.
I mean, no, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the biggest shows ever. And it's definitely one of the biggest shows in the world right now, if not like the biggest. And no, it's pretty tripped out to like be in other countries and people really know who you are, and to also be like, oh, this is like kind of the equivalent of what Star Wars was, the original Star Wars was, you know, and what those actors were seen as, and that like you're seen as like a part of people's family in a way. Like it's pretty wild. I mean, like it was this and like Fleabag. I think Fleabag was like
jumped you up there
in the industry that made
Fleabag was a real industry one. Like everyone's like, yes,
like worshipped it.
Awards bait, for sure.
Like that Emmys and Golden Globes, it was all eyes on her, all eyes on her. Everybody, no matter how big they were, everybody was just like, when you were sitting at the table or you were sitting in the seats, you could feel people, everybody in the room watching her. It was wild.
Yeah. So after all this time in the show business, you got these 1-2 huge critics, brilliant, and then Stranger Things. So did you have just absolute gratitude? Were you? I mean, how do you process this?
Or are you angry about it?
Are you angry? Why? Why didn't people see how brilliant I was 10 years ago?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, fuck Stranger Things. No, I'm so grateful. I have nothing but gratitude for it. Yeah. No,
you know, Stranger Things is also looked at as sort of a very interesting. I mean, I think that gets a lot of praise too for being such a cool, you know, it's not like the Fleabag type of show, but it's just a different lens. You see it and go, shit, they know what they're doing, you know?
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I think it is artistically, you know, one of the best things I've ever been a part of, and one of the best things out. Yeah, I'm really proud to be a part of it. Yeah, I mean, you know, if it was big and it was bad, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would have the gratitude I have. I think the gratitude mostly comes from that I get to be on a really awesome show. And then on top of that, it's those rare moments where the thing that's really good is also really successful.
Right.
And it looks like you're having a blast. I was looking at some clips. Just having a lot of fun.
It's really fun. It's like, I mean, playing that character is really like a character I grew up loving, you know? Like watching like Danny DeVito and like Romancing the Stone. Or like,
it's a great one.
I mean, like just the comedic relief and the big action or sci-fi thing. And then he's kind of a prick and he's grouchy and, you know, he's the truth sayer in a way, but that nobody likes or wants to be like. And yeah, I mean, it's just like such a kid fantasy of wanting to do this, and that being one of the types of things I wanted to do.
You do like a year, you shoot for a while, and then it takes a while to come on, and then people like woof it down in like 3 days, and then you go, God damn, all that work, and it's like, oh, okay, what next?
I think they watch it like a lot of times, though. I think like
I think that's
like rewatch it a lot.
It's kind of interesting because good in a way you have that break because people just go back and cram it over and over.
No, it's wild. It's wild. I mean, like people are really like, when's it coming? Like the fans are like pissed. They're pissed. Like they're like, I need it.
Yeah.
And well, I did this show. They're gonna get a little appetizer because I did this show, like I shot it like 2.5 years ago. And it was with the Fleabag producers actually. And we shot it in the UK. It's called Entitled, and it's like this really crazy gothic horror comedy show. And Netflix just bought it, and so it's coming out.
Oh, that's great.
It's
Entitled, July 15th.
Entitled, yeah.
If someone said to you the phrase, when it rains, it pours, would you relate to that?
No.
Well, now you have another show. You got Fleabag. He's out of control.
He's had enough.
Stranger Things.
I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I want more.
Well, will it go away, or what? Is this the peak? Do you have agents and managers that go, listen, kid, because they're older than you? We gotta plan your next move. But you've already written and produced. You're already a self-creative.
You know how to do all that
entity.
stuff,
You're not just an actor for hire. You have this massive resume of creating your own stuff.
Mhm.
So
thank you.
You have leverage now, though. Leverage. They're going to be happy to see you in the room, or they have been for a while.
Hey, I hope so. It's like when you're in the vacuum in your house and you're just like with your people all day, it's like hard to see yourself that way. You're like, and there's so many obstacles for everything that like it's easy to like not notice the yeses. So it's like I'm constantly trying to get so many things moving because I don't know what's going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
The most peaceful time is like when you're making the thing, because then it's almost like being sick. You're like, this is all I can do.
You're left
for
alone.
it to be good. So I'm just like on this thing. But then when you're in the in-between times and all these things are swarming about, it's real weird. I mean, like, I feel like certain rooms I can walk into and people are going to be like, yes, oh my God, what do you got to do? And then other rooms I'm going to walk into and people are going to be like, who the fuck are you? Who are you?
I'd be curious to ask you this question. Like now in 2025, the industry, AI, the strike, the whole thing that went on, and what are the streamers looking for? What are they trying to buy? Just because I'm not in that world. Is it evolved? Is it changed? How would you describe it right now?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, like you always hear all these things that people are saying, but then you don't see the industry really change all that much in terms of like what they're buying and what works. It always seems like what hits is like an
not
accident.
It's always off the beaten path. Then they go, now we go chase that. So let's do a Stranger Things. And you're like, that's been done. And it came out of the blue. And then something pops up over here and they go, no, that's what we should be doing.
Like nobody wanted Stranger Things.
It's
and like the Duffer Brothers
that.
were like, you can't have the leads be kids and like all the stuff. And then, you know, Netflix was young and it was just like all these things lined up for it to become a massive hit in that moment. And I think that's all.
You never know. I pitched Kids and Monsters to Ted Sarandos in 2014 and he just got real quiet and said, oh, we'll talk later. I never heard from him. And then I saw Stranger Things. I went, huh.
No, because Dana added, he said, it's a poorly written show about kids and monsters. And Ted
Kids
goes,
and Monsters.
But back then they wanted poorly written. That's what they were going
That was what they were chasing. I like when you know you're doing well when your agent's like, what do you want to do now? Have you written anything?
Now, what's your dream, Brett? What do you want to do now? Drama, you're like a cross between David Cross and Paul Giamatti. So we got Giamatti. You're gold, kid. I'm telling you.
I look better than those two, though, right? I mean, I'm
you look
better.
good.
I'm better.
Oh, right. You. Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I'm working on T-Mobile, the movie, and also like this thing you wrote.
Movie.
I like when your mom calls you. She goes 3 a.m. She goes, Brent.
Right.
And you even let her say Brent. You're
it's
like,
the first time that she's called me at 3 a.m. and not called me Bread. Hey, Bread. Nice. That was the one positive thing about that message, you know, other than that. She was watching the show, of course.
What did you do with Nick Swartzen? Because I know this is sort of a low light in your career. Nick Swartzen, who's a friend of ours.
I love it.
You were on Pretend Time with him?
Yeah, I love that show.
I love it.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was one of those, you know, like Nick was one of those people, you know, you got on that show and I was like, okay, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Wait, did you know Nick before that? Because I know him and he's like, if I say I saw you, he goes, he's a really good friend of mine. I'm like, all right, that's enough.
Right. I didn't know him like incredibly well, but like, you know, I would see him perform and stuff and I was like, this guy's so funny and he was so nice.
He is funny.
Too.
I hate to say it, he's funny.
Sweet, nice guy.
Yeah, he's a
So
sweetheart.
it meant a lot that he put me on the show. Yeah.
All right, Dana, what do you got for this guy? Anything else? This guy's been a good guy.
There's the resume is so big. I mean,
Too much of a resume.
Eagle
Too
Heart
big.
with Chris Elliott, who I think is
Yeah.
brilliant, and
Love Chris
Conan
Elliott.
produced that. I assume.
Yeah.
How long did that go? That was 2011 to 2014, 3 years or something.
It was like 3 seasons. I mean, you know, Chris, I think, is one of the funniest people of all time.
Oh, for sure.
And I mean, Chris made me tough, man. I mean, Chris, he like, wow, it really felt like a lot of times that the show that we were filming was the break, and that the actual show is what was happening in between the takes. A lot of the time. It was like crazy elaborate bits, mostly of him telling me how terrible I was. And that, like, at times I was like, I think that this is a joke, but even if it's not, it's so funny. It's so funny. And I mean, the genius of the guy, I mean, it really, like, and then, you know, the guys who made that, Jason Wolner and Michael Coman and Andrew Weinberg, they were such fans of his and like knew his voice so well. And it was like, I mean, it was, you know, they idolized Get a Life and they idolized all the Letterman bits. So it was like taking that and putting it in this Walker, Texas Ranger type of world that was completely insane. Completely insane. And I loved playing. I mean, I learned a lot from working with him and watching him.
Yeah. Yeah, he is good. I grew up watching him on Letterman and just thinking, this is such an odd move. Like, if you don't know comedy, and I was growing up going, is this real? Like, it's kind of fun to watch that stuff and then start to like it.
No, I mean, like, some of the stuff made Andy Kaufman stuff look mainstream.
I was going to bring up Andy Kaufman. Yeah.
I like him better than that.
Also, he's what I call too funny. It's like sometimes you can't laugh. You laugh later. He did a one-man show. Was he playing George Washington or something? FDR, sorry.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing you're watching it. It's like, it's so fucking funny that you're laughing later. You can't. It's like,
there's so many, like, there's like, he does something where it's like, there's 4 funny things, different funny things happening at the same time almost. It's nutrient dense that you're processing it.
Nutrient dense.
It's so pointedly passive aggressive about people, self-congratulatory people doing one-man shows, you know. And it's drippingly sarcastically aggressively parroting that.
No, that was like, that's his like big thing. It's like he thinks show business is stupid and
self-important, ridiculous.
And it's like his whole thing is making fun of show business. And it's like, as good of an actor as he is too, he's doing great acting and then also making fun of acting.
Kind of against the system.
True rebel.
Yeah.
The funniest. I mean, really, there was one time where it was this long bit. It was so hot. And I was like in this table and my character's legs had been severed. And they built this apparatus and they made me stay in the table. And it was too complicated to get out of the table. And we were in this like fucking warehouse in Santa Clarita where they're like hosing in AC. It's not like meant to be filming in. And like, I'm already a sweaty guy and I'm just sweating so much. And then he comes up, he's like, "Ugh, you smell like duty." And he had the whole crew. He's like, "Hey, everybody, check out how much Brett smells like duty." And he had the whole crew and cast line up and smell me. And I was laughing hysterically. And then this was an important moment in our friendship, I think. And then I went into my trailer later that day and he had taken underwear and drawn with a magic marker, brown in the ass. And I laughed so hard. And it was like a test to see, are you gonna like get upset about this, or are you gonna think it's funny? And because I thought it was funny, it made us get a lot closer.
Well, he sounds like a delight to work with, based on what I just heard.
Delight.
A delight.
No, but it was just like great.
Maybe it was a Svengali kind of way to get you to relax.
I think so.
I mean,
we had already been doing so many like hostile bits and stuff like that I think he knew that I would think it was funny.
Yeah.
Does it sound like abusive? Does that sound like abusive?
No, I've heard Stranger Things, but my point is this: I had to take that. It's eccentric. You'd have to be there. I'd have to be there in the moment to know if it was aggressive or funny.
Yeah, we'll decide that.
So what you're saying is it's an uncomfortable story.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I've got some Mickey Rooney stories that we'll save for the next time we have you on. But I've worked with Chris on SNL, and that's him being funny.
Yeah,
I don't think that's his sense of humor, and he knew that you would think it was funny too.
Exactly.
David, final comment.
I just did something with Chris, and he was very mellow the whole time. So I think he didn't think I was funny enough to rub my underpants.
You think so?
No, we weren't on the set long enough. We only did a day or two, but definitely. But if your scenario was different, but he was perfectly fine.
He got my dress. I was hosting SNL, and he got the church lady get up during rehearsal. It wasn't even in the sketch. He came out, "Hey, isn't that special? I'm the church bitch. How are you?" And then he threw a shoe at me. I said, "Chris," and Lauren came in. "Chris, please, that's just
Chris. It's too far."
Pretty
All right, thank you, Brent.
I love
Thank you, bud.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, we're showing a quick photo before we leave.
Oh, that's
my God,
cool.
look at that.
Oh, wow, that's already funny. The get up that you have on, Brett. I mean,
it's funny already.
It's really
short.
hot too. I look really hot in that picture.
You do look like you would be one of the YMCA guys. Like you'd be another guy character in that.
Yeah.
You know who I look like, Dana? If you could see me straight on,
people.
Michael Douglas in Falling Down. I have those kind of glasses on, and but we just kind of fucked around, and it was a lot of laughs. At least the whole shoot was fun.
It was really fun.
But thank you, boss. Appreciate you talking to us.
Pleasure. Thanks, Brett.
No, it's been so great being on here, and I gotta have you guys on my podcast sometime.
What the hell is that?
What's it called?
I do it with my wife. It's called Neurotica.
Neurotica. Interesting.
Ooh,
yeah, my wife,
Right.
Diane.
I'd be happy to come on. I have earbuds. I have a technical thing set up, and
I have an Echo set up in my room.
No, part of the thing on our thing is that it's technically a mess the whole time. We barely hear or see any of it. Yeah, it doesn't work.
That's all right.
I think that's fine.
Okay, well, he just took off, Dana. You guys chatted a little bit after, and
we did a little bit. Yeah. That was interesting how you guys were almost best friends. That was an interesting moment.
Yeah, we're going to pick it up. We're going to pick it up again.
Yeah.
Because we had a good run that day on the shoot. The old T-Mobile commercial we can't stop talking about. Which they might bring back. And there's some whispers right now.
Is it okay for me to say I would love to see it? Is that too much?
I wonder if we I don't know if we have a regular version of it, but we could play it. We'll look into that. Sure, it takes one Google search.
I've noticed a pattern with some of our guests that are doing very well in showbiz. It's a lot of aw shucks, sincere humility about it. So
yeah,
that was kind of Brett in a way.
I think that's people that he's like that anyway, and also he's had the stuff that worked, didn't work, worked medium, worked a lot, like everybody. So he's like on a big one, and it's pretty exciting. So,
I mean, the most extreme in my lifetime was Eddie Murphy, essentially right out of a high school senior. I guess he was 19 when he came out on SNL, and it just went 19. I mean, you made it at 20 and 2 months, and that was a lifetime beyond Eddie.
20 and 2 months. No, I was grinding out for free drinks doing stand-up. Yeah,
you got a cameo in a movie, and then you went back to the grind of opening.
I like when they go, if you go on, you get 2 free drinks, but even that feels like too much.
I don't remember working for alcohol. I honestly don't.
Anyway, that's another story. This is Brett, and I'm glad you guys liked it. I hope you did, and we'll see you next time.
This was Brett, and my name is officially Brett, and so we'll see you. We'll see you the next time on Super Fly on the Wall.
Hey guys, if you're loving this podcast, which you are, be sure to click follow on your favorite podcast app, give us a review, 5-star rating, and maybe even share an episode that you've loved with a friend.
If you're watching this episode on YouTube, please subscribe. We're on video now.
Fly on the Wall is presented by Odyssey and executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Heather Santoro and Greg Holtzman, Maddie Sprung-Kaiser, and Leah Reese-Dennis of Odyssey.
Our senior producer is Greg Holtzman, and the show is produced and edited by Phil Sweettech.
Booking by Cultivated Entertainment.
Special thanks to Patrick Fogarty, Evan Cox, Maura Curran, Melissa Wester, Hillary Schuff, Eric Donnelly, Colin Gaynor, Sean Cherry, Kurt Courtney, and Lauren Vieira.
Reach out with us any questions to be asked and answered on the show. You can email us at flyonthewall@odyssey.com. That's AUDACY.com.